Freilichen Shushan Purim Rabboisai. Good morning, my child and my wife. That all of a sudden this is v'nahapachu. In the Bismedrish, it's but when the Olam was sleeping in the house, why is it loud? Gishmak. Rabboisai, what a kiddush Hashem. Tov l'hoidus Hashem. Be'emes, I feel it. This year, when we read the Megillah, at least I felt it, and I'm sure many other people, the words of the Megillah popped out. Haman wanted to kill Anoshim, Noshim, V'taf, Shlom Lavois, in one day. What's in one day? One day. We know what one day means today. Then I don't know how it was. It took the Nazis a long time to kill 6 million. But today, one day, one nuclear, one thing is one day. And the same Russia, the same Rishis, the same Sinna, for nothing. What did the Jew do to the Persian? Garnished. But Esav son of Yaakov, and we sing Mamish, B'chush, Nisim in front of our eyes. The big nest that we had yesterday, and of course, Al Tiftach Pele Satan, but we have to see the Nisim when they happen. We're able to have the Megillah reading both at night and in the morning. And the kids were able to go out and enjoy, for the most part. We had, in Bet Shemesh, I don't know about the rest of it, so we had one siren in the middle of the day. We had one siren this morning, right about 6 o'clock in the morning. But it's unbelievable. The war just started a few days ago, and they're down to 20 missiles a day. And Be'ezer Hashem, it's just keeping getting less and less. It's not going to, it's going to take a while until it gets down to zero. But we're happy with what it is. We're in a matzav of milchama, mamish milchama, with a powerhouse. What was the strongest nation in the Middle East? 90 million people. And we're sitting here, we're learning Torah. We learned Torah on Purim 3 times here in this house. 3 times in one Purim. I have to say, I have to give a tremendous yishkoach to Benny and to all those behind the scenes. This was the most productful, is that the word? Productive. Yeah, productive. That's the word. Yeah. I'm still hungover. Yeah, I could blame it on the hunger.
Coming up with a new word every day.
Yeah. Most productive Purim that I had, learning-wise. Just I was able to hide a little bit and learn a little bit more than usual. I complain a lot on Purim. It's a difficult one because the chaverim come over, and each chaver is 5-10 minutes, and it's just break. I was away, Baruch Hashem, and a lot of people that would usually come didn't come because of the matzav. So, anyways, Tov l'hoidus Hashem. It was gewaldig. We were able to learn Torah. It was a Kiddush Hashem. People were here. I got to tell you, I didn't say this in the English here, and I felt bad afterwards, but it all comes together. We know that Dave Sharfman, he had a baby daughter just a few days ago, and she's yellow to the point that they had to bring her to the hospital. With bringing her to the hospital, the baby being there for a few days, he was here, he never missed a shiur. English, Hebrew, never missed a shiur. Last night, he shows up to the shiur. I want to show you. He shows up to the shiur. This is how he shows up. And he's like, I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm going to behave. We saw that he's not with it. We didn't have enough Gemara. So we gave him a siddur. We put him on the Aleph base. Here it is. Here he is. And he's looking. He's learning in the Aleph base. Everything is good. Everything is good. I want to tell you something. Seriously, I'm not messing around. This is how he was. He's learning Aleph base. Rabbi Kiva also learned Aleph base. But here's the kicker. Seriously, Rabbi said, I'm serious. If you see this next picture, you'll chap who Dave Sharfman is. Where did he come from? Where does this guy come from? He plops in and he's learning Aleph base. He couldn't. This picture. You have to see this picture. He's very upset. This is what he was 3 minutes earlier. This is where he was. This is matzav. And with all this, his brain. Then we had Baruch Shafnus' brother, Yaakov Shafnus. He comes here. I'm not making this up. He comes here completely. You could ask Noam. He was drunk like a skunk. He was not drunk. He's going in and out of the bathroom, throwing up. And he says, listen, he tells me in his drunk statehood, he says, listen, if I go home now, I'm not going to learn Torah tonight. Can I stay here until shiur? It was 2 hours before shiur. I said, yeah, stay here. So for 2 hours, he's going back and forth to the bathroom, and he stayed here. He stayed, and he went through the entire shiur. He made his son stay with him. His son didn't say a word. So this is what we had. Tov l'hoidus Hashem. We have such gewaldige chevra. This is the world famous Menachem Toker. He's one of the biggest celebrities here in Israel. This is what he dressed up with on Purim. He's wearing this is from his status. Nachayich. Bibi Barosh, MDY in his heart. That's what he said. I'll show this. We're running out of time, so I'm going to show the Gezanter. I want to show you something. This is a typical size of a wine bottle, right? This is a 750, right? So Reb Reuven Schwartz bought me a bottle. Never received a bottle like that in my life, just to show you the difference in size. I can't even hold it. It's 5 liters. It's 5 liters. Look at this thing. We're gonna have to use it at a special occasion. Open it up. This is like, no, it's more than 2 magnums. A magnum is 1.5 liters, I think, and this is 5 liters. So it's 3 magnums. Anyway.
3.5. Don't put it on the shelf.
The kids are. All right, I got to. Where are we going here? Gibraltar, Rabbi side, Gibraltar, MDY, Mordechai Tzaddik, arranged by local MDYers. Oh, I missed the MDY. I just got to go. Shimi Leifman and Gigi Mechlowitz. Look at that. I love that the MDY. I don't know what he's wearing, jacket or something. This is Rabbi Shekinah L'chayra. Purim Sameach. He has something on his back. I can't even read it. Kol Ashratzim, Yerdu, Ono Tasim, Veheim Tasim. All the good. Go to MDY.com. Guaranteed change your life. If I could do it, so can you. Givaldik. This is Yisrael Goldstein and Eli Dykman and Avi Kamelar. This how do you have to play it? No? Oh. It's in Hebrew, but
After party, before party.
I'm not going to play the whole thing.
אני רוצה להגיד לך שזה פעם ראשונה בחיים שלמדתי, היום הייתי בשיעור, זו הפעם הראשונה בחיים שלמדתי תורה בפורים. אני בן 31, תכף 32.
It's miragish. I heard it the whole Purim. People came to me and said, this is the second Purim in a row since I did this. This is the third Purim in a row. And here's a guy, this is the first Purim in his life. He's 31 years old and he's learning Torah on Purim. And he says at the end, I'm completely drunk now. But what's this us?
This is for Eli Stefansky. You know this favorite song of yours. You know this?
Here from Tzvi.
I was actually planning to go on Thursday, Motzei Shabbos. I was in Bet Shemesh for Shabbos. I was going to go Sunday morning. Mamish miracle by Egypt, Cairo. I was gonna go Sunday morning to Shir. I had a gewaldige cheshik to go to Shir. Shrek was there on Friday, I think. Or Thursday. The kids there
was a whole thing that he said. I'm not going to repeat l'chvoidai because he's a big onav, and he said he didn't want to come and sing Yishayiru because he didn't want to take the wind out of Yaakov Shwek's sail. Like he was being considerate. It was a very, very nice thing that he said. It's not sure. I didn't even come. What's this? What are we showing here? This I didn't see. Oh, that's Yaakov Shachner. Oh, that guy, Friedman guy with the white hat. Maybe we could put it in, Taka. It's a good. He asked if he could speak. He doesn't really speak much during the year. I guess he was a little bit. He says, "Listen."
אמרת לרב שפורים זה החג של הרב, של מולדנו הרב. למה? כי כולנו בישיבות קיבלנו את התורה וקופו עליהם הר כגיגיס. היום אנחנו עוד קיבלו מהאהבה.
He said that in yeshiva there was like kofo alem har kegigis, and over here in this year it's kiblu ma'ahava. There's a whole, yeah. Tom's River had 17 chever last night. This morning, another 10 joined. 17 chever, a boy sai, on a Purim night. They usually have a nicer place, but they said they had shiurim over there, so they had to go into this. Jamie Azulai, real quickly, I didn't read the whole email. The beginning, I liked the beginning, so I put it in. Why I donated in honor of Moshe Landy, the Power of MDY family, personal, no need to read publicly. Okay. That part I really didn't read, but it's too late now. Freilich and Purim Rebbe. I remember when I first started the daf and heard the slogan MDY's family, I'll be honest, I thought to myself, nice line, very cute. But now after learning since the end of the Gemara Harius, I understand it's not a slogan, it's a mitzias. At the Shabbaton, I saw this with my own eyes. Litvaks, Chassidim, Sfardim, Bali Tshuva, young, old, everyone came as one. No labels, no divisions, just Torah, just Achdus. Just a sheer rotten to grow. You created that. You brought that to Klal Yisrael. My wife and I were in RBS a month ago. We were overwhelmed, and I mean overwhelmed by the care. Hillel, Benny, Mendy, the constant messages, calls. Do you need meals? Do you need anything? Even when we were out hiking, a message came through, just checking in. How are you doing? It didn't stop. That's when the idea of MDY's family really began to settle in. This wasn't networking. This was a genuine achrayis for another yid. And then you see it everywhere. You meet a stranger and say, I learned that with the rebellion. Suddenly there's an instant connection, a bond, a brotherhood. It's real. But where it hit me the most was around Tu B'Shvat. Molandi posted on his status, there's planning to give shiurim on Megillah. I've learned Megillah many times. It was actually the first Gemara I ever finished at 18 years old. Fast forward 18 years later, because of the shiurim, because of the chizuk, because of the MDY family, I'm making a siyum at my Purim Suda to enhance learning, to carve out more time for Torah, to grow because someone in the family inspired me. Yes, one can network through MDY for business, shidduchim, etc. That's beautiful. But when the network revolves around the number one thing in our lives, Torah, that's something almost unattainable in this world. That's real nachas for the Rebbeinu Shalom. That accomplishment, thousands growing in ruchnis across the globe, is because of your Mesias Nefesh, twice a day, every day. For Klal Yisrael, you're literally changing the spiritual trajectory of Am Yisrael. So when you see tomorrow's daily sponsorship, this is the reason behind it. Mata, you want to see the tears? Shkoyach. And he didn't want me to read it in public. So anyways, when you see tomorrow's daily sponsorship, this is the reason behind it. You don't even need to read this email publicly. I left anonymous for a reason. Just speak about the power of MDY family. That's enough. Thank you, Rebelli. May Hashem continue to bench you and your family. Admev Esrim with Koyach Brocha and True Simchas Achayim. Freilich Purim, Jamie Azulai, otherwise known as Anonymous. MDY's Anonymous Chaver gives a Karsa Toiv to the Rav of Chabad Shul that hosts the satellite. Manchester Live on Zoom. This is the picture I showed, but this is the picture that they didn't want to show.
He's getting his head into it.
And this is Schlanger. No, what's his first name? Anybody remember? What's his name? Nachamal. Okay. And this, he says, the story I said about jumping on the table was not the Brisker Rav, it was Rebecca Kamenetsky from With Hearts Full of Love. Okay, we got a official edition of the White Shas. The Masechta by the Iranian Levi families. Perek, anonymously, Lishmas Avi Moiri, Rav Chaim ben Rabbi Yosef. I had a schus to speak to official yesterday on Purim. The official edition of the White Shas.
That's sponsored now during the war with Iran by the Iranians.
The Daf, Rabbi Yaakov Bleich, in memory of my father, Rabbi Reuven ben Rabbi Chaim, official Bleich, Niftachot He'ov, Tavshin Pei Hey, the Shomer should have an Aliyah. The Masechta sponsors David Salomon, dedicated in memory of Imoiri, Rabbi Shmuel Baruch ben Rabbi Chaim Tzvi Doiv, Joel Gedalius, Lili Nishmas, my father Jack Gedalius, anonymous, Hatzloch Baruch Nizav Gashmis, the Palchik Family Foundation, the Zechin Nishmas Harav HaGoy, Rabbi Shlomo Palchik, the Meshet Zeilui, anonymous for Shlema, Moshe ben Izah, anonymous for a complete for Shlema, and Arichus Yom, to Leah Bas Esther, Yisrael Malki, Tovli Torah Spichum, Alfi Zov Chesev. We are so proud of you, Yaakov Mordechai. Keep steiging. Send the girls and family, Canvey Ireland, UK, and honor Rebelli, who changed my meaning of life. Oini Al Moini, Yossi, Mark, and Benny, and all the Iskim B'tzorchi MDY, Akish Baruch Shalom Scharam, Ari Simon, for Shlema, Vimoiri, Baruch Ben Miriam, Jamie Azulai, for Shlema, Esther Basnuno, Moshe Aaron and Miriam Landy, Hoyd Hashem Kitov Kilom Chazi. You see, Jamie Azulai and Mo Landy are together here in this one, the monthly sponsors. Monthly sponsors anonymous for the merit of Refuah Shlema for all of Klal Yisrael who needs a Refuah Shlema. Saul Fisher, in honor of Moshe, is putting on tefillin. Senders.com, help me in Dam Tzibur, and Papa Myolim anywhere worldwide. Leadership Chaim Shalom Ben Mitzalo. Weekly sponsors Calvin and Axelrod families, Refuah Shlema 4. Tinoch's Avigal Tikva, Basali Shevachaya, anonymous, in honor of Mo Landy. Shkoyach for Yechizuk to finish Megillah on Purim by anonymous, otherwise known as Jamie Azulai. And Megillah, I believe, was the Masechta that Mo Landy learned from Monsey to Eretz Yisrael on the plane, which encouraged hundreds of people to learn, and maybe thousands of hours of Torah so far, and it's just going to keep on going on planes and trains everywhere. Yecheskel Isengard, sincere wishes for safety and security of all those in Eretz Yisrael. Amen. Anonymous, since Zvachim Daf 2, Beis, in honor of the brave Israeli Air Force pilots for important work you are doing. Yisher Koyach. Moshe Banda, in honor of Moshe Eliezer ben Brindel, Shnas Hatzlacha B'Kol Mashiach now. Thanks, Reb Eli. That's a new one, Rab Eli. I was thinking I want to say month. Rufur Shneim Yonatan Eitam B'Sheva Bracha. Rufur Shneim Mordechai ben Esther. Rufur Sayeled Daniel Zev ben Ayelet Esther. Aboy Sai. Here we go. How many minutes was that? It was like 20 minutes of just. It's still Purim, Rabbi Sai. Okay. So Baruch Hashem, we have an easier daf today. We started at like 15, 16. Okay, good. We're holding all the way in the bottom of Daf Nun Aleph on the Beis, Mamish 50 daf into Mesechtes Menachos. Today, Be'ezer Hashem, we're going to finish the famous Perek Hatchelas, Be'ezer Hashem. One of the things, we're talking about the Takanas Chachamim, and this has nothing to do with the sugya, we're just finishing out the sugya. We're talking about a Kohen Gadol and his Chavitin and what happens when he dies. So one of the things that the Bezdin was Mesakin, Val Para, when there's Tumah, there's Tumas Meis, person goes to Levaya, touches the person, he cannot become tar unless we sprinkle him with Para Aduma ashes mixed with spring water. And Chachamim, Val Para Shalayu Mayalim Be'efra Doiraisehi. Sorry, Be'efra, period. So the Para Aduma's Afer, the ashes, Chachamim were Misakin that if you use it, and the Gemara is going to say soon, they used it on wounds, they like the ashes are good for different things. If you use it, you're not over. That's what the Chachamim were Misakin, you're not over on Me'ilah. In other words, you don't have to bring a carbon, you don't have to pay 25%, etc. Ask the Gemara, what do you mean it's a Takana de Rabbanon? The Iraisi, the Torah says that there's no Me'ilah, there's no Isser. You probably shouldn't do it, but you don't have to bring a carbon and everything when you use the ashes of a paraduma. How do I see it in the Torah? The Sanya. Chatosi. The actual paraduma itself, if you use the paraduma itself, you're over Ami'ila. If you have an Alizayis Gemara, so a reminder to bring the next volume tomorrow. It's actually going to be the same amount of dapim, but it's thinner. And it's a different. It's noticeably better in pshat also and everything. The whole style, it's tweaked, and we keep on tweaking. It's a work in progress, but it's getting better and better. Baruch Hashem. Omer Ravashi, stay, and I didn't speak to Yossi about this. I just saw it kibder chagav because of the flights. We printed in Eretz Yisrael. I think Leon is printing it, and there's no flights out. There are no flights out. You know what that means to our Gemaras, Talizai Gemaras. But yeah, we have to tweak that also. Be'ez Hashem, we are tweaking that. This is volume 2. So it's actually much thinner, lighter, has more dapim, and more pictures and more stuff in the actual, this, you have color pictures and stuff like that. There's a glossary. I want to remind the oil there's a glossary. So a lot of people, if you want to look through all the Musagim and Shas, it's very cool. Things like that. Okay, fine. We spoke about it. We'll keep on speaking about it. But Be'ez Hashem, we're going to get ahead and we're going to print and ship way in advance, not last second things. But that's all part of the work. I'll call upon a boyfriend. It says Mefurish over here that Midoiraisa, the Torah, it's not Bezdin that said that there's no Mi'ila on ashes. The Torah says there's no Mi'ila on ashes. Omer Ravashi Shtita Konis Have, very similar to what we said yesterday when it comes to the Kohen Gadol. The Raisa Ba Moyalim Be'efra A Moyalim, you're 100% right. In the Torah it says that there's no concern when it comes to the ashes, there's no Mi'ila. You don't have to bring a carbon if you use it. Kivin the Chazu, the Komizazale Boy. People were mamish treating it disrespectfully. Why? How? Because they used it for their wounds. So Chachamim said, the right the Torah says there's no Me'ilah. We want to make Me'ilah. Here, this is a shtickle thing, a Purim. You can imagine, this, our guys did this on Purim. The guys are working on Purim.
Cure! It's made with red heifer ash.
So, what exactly is this ointment good for?
Burns, cuts, back pain, hair loss, fatigue, low confidence, even neighbor problems.
Neighbor problems?
Yeah, you rub it on them. Oy vey. What am I gonna do about my parnasa?
And what am I supposed to do about my neighbor problems?
For neighbor problems, try this ointment I mixed up. It's made from mosquito tears.
Mosquito tears. Gewaldig. Okay. No.
It's only
I was. Yeah. What? What else?
the ashes from the
Ah. No, it's not. There's the ashes of paraduma are available. That's something that we use. We take the ashes.
No, but it's part of the ashes from the
I know, but who's using that? That's not. No. That's not me. That's already that we throw it out and base a streifa. So there's. I don't know that you could take. I don't know exactly. I hear what you're saying, but I think it was more shchia.
I thought it was the same thing as the blood.
Oh, this Lekavit Purim. I said this. Dailam enjoy it because I have a friend. It's a ma'aseh shaya with my friend that his wife told him on Purim when he went to his friend Suda. She said, "You better not come home drunk. Whatever you do, you're a mess when you're drunk. Promise her up and down. He's not going to become drunk." Because he comes home and he was in Dave's matzav, and he looks in the mirror and he says, "Oy vavoy, it's nicht gut." Says a scratch over here, bang over here. So he takes out the band-aids and he starts applying the band-aids. He wakes up in the morning and all of a sudden he hears screaming from the bathroom. He says, What happened? He says, "You were drunk. I told you not to get drunk." He says, "What's up?" I was not drunk. She says, "If you weren't drunk, why are there band-aids all over the mirror?" Give me a tissue, please. So there's Amal you use this paraduma. In those days they believed, we had a whole sugi about this actually, to take the afer and put it on your wound. It's a problem of tattooing, that sort of thing. We said no, it's not such a problem because they're doing it just for refuah. But it was a thing in those days. You put the ashes on the thing. Okay. So of the minei l'makosan. So the Chacham said this is not good. This is not good because people are disrespecting. Gazru be'meila, so they said, okay, it's also to use the ashes. But people now were so scared to touch these ashes. Every time you use it a little bit, you have to start bringing hundreds of dollars and then the karbanas and then running to the Beis Hamikdash. So they stopped using it misafik hazois. When a person had some sort of safek tuma, they bring what's safek tuma. So I guess anybody can come up with the safek tuma. A person walks underneath a tree that there's some sort of tuma source underneath, and you think that halachically it spreads, but it depends on how wide the tree is, etc. The branch. So now he's like not so pashut. It's interesting when you're learning Torah. It says like you shouldn't stop and say, "Wow, mano ilon zeh," or this. In our day and age, we have people getting up in middle shir looking at the F-15s. It's a different F-15s. It could be it's a tree new, but a marvel of science, like a two-engine thing that could go 2,000 miles an hour. You have a thing the size of this table, basically, that dominates another country. That's it. That's one little thing like this. I said yesterday in Shir, and I hope I'm right. And I just after I said it in Shir, I saw like at 1 a.m. I said, Be'ezer Hashem, they're gonna go in on foot. You're gonna hear crazy things that they're gonna go in. They're gonna walk out with the uranium. They're gonna go like this. We got it like it. But first they have to soften them up a little bit. We're gonna go in. And all of a sudden now, so a guy tells us, this guy that said that word about that now we're Makabel Torah Bahava, he says, they already did it. They already went in. So I look at him and said, where did you hear this, in the mikveh? He says, no. He says he's friendly with these guys. There's a lot of Hasidim in Kod. So one of them slipped him a little, so we were already in there. And so we made fun of him, shtickle, but after Shir, it popped up on the news. It was that there was some sort of thing. I'm not talking. I want Bereish Gala. We go in. We make a little seder. We blow up their nuclear sites from the inside on the ground. We take the uranium out, and then we say, behave. Okay. Beis Hashem. But I hope they don't watch the Shir because then they'll be they'll be anticipating it. Okay, what did you say?
For satellite location in Iran.
Yeah, we need a satellite location in Iran. Yeah. They say that caver is going to have more people than Ummah next year. Mordechai, I'm going to the Mordechai Tzaddik. Zogt, yeah. So, I don't know if I said this. Given the chazal the compassion of Misafik Hazoy, so come on the rises the wind back. So again, the Torah says no me'ilah on Afer. People started disrespecting. Chacham said there is me'ilah. That's exactly. And then once we saw that people are so scared to use it, and they had a suffix, they stayed away from it. So they said, you know what? There's no me'ilah on Afer. So we had many. We had the whole Masechta Horius. When Bezdin decides that a certain type of chaylev, let's say, is mutter, they make a mistake in halacha. So all of Klal Yisrael together, they have to bring a bull. And if they say that certain avodah zarah is okay, then all of Klal Yisrael have to bring a goat. The question is, where do we get the money for the bull? Where do we get the money from the bull? There's two options. Either we take it from the regular Trumas Halishka, which is the money that we start collecting today. The Machzas Shekel is collected today on Shushan Purim. That's when they start putting out the tables and they start doing the Magbit Mamish today. And this is where we buy the carbon tamid and all the carbonates for the Mizbeach. Or perhaps there's a brand new collection just for this bull. And we force every single Yid in Klal Yisrael that did the Aveira to be part of it, special. I don't understand how that works exactly. Like, let's say everybody gives 25 cents. Isn't it like you're going to have too much money eventually, you know? Okay, however it works. So, you make a brand new, here we go. Batchila Magbin Lahem says, Rabbi Yehuda, there's a brand new magbit. You collect money just for this. No. You don't make it brand new, you get it from the Machzas Shekel. So I got to tell you, I thought it was fascinating. We had a machlokes between Reb Shimon and Reb Yehuda yesterday. I'll remind the island, this is the chart I showed. And the chart was wrong. And I was supposed to fix it. A guy in the Hebrew Shir pointed out to me that that's reversed, that Reb Shimon and Reb Yehuda are reversed. I said, okay, I'll fix it based on Shem after Shir. Of course, I didn't fix it. And not only that, instead of learning normally like you learned before Shir yesterday, I didn't learn until I didn't wake up in time. The Kitzer, we down Vasikin here, I didn't learn. So I didn't fix it. So I come to Shir, it's backwards. I thought it's perfect because this Gemara says it like this, and it kind of explains. Reb Shimon and Reb Yehuda were backwards. That's the Gemara of Tanya Yibcha. It's in reverse. Your Reb Yehuda and Reb Shimon are backwards. This is more of a ta'av alayada mashatah. It was a mamish mistake. So here we go. So it's backwards. So what do we do when things are backwards? Says the Gemara. Oh. This is like the clowns. What do we learn? That it's Reb Shimon that says we make a brand new collection for the bull. So that's why we had a whole thing. If they're in there or not in there, don't know. That was machlokes. If kolab kudim, if it's not, yeah, I hear, but meichet teisi, you have to be part. It's Klal Yisrael bringing. I hear. Good point. So now, if you notice on my chart over here, I put under the word Reb Yehuda, Reish Yod, I put V'chein Halacha. It's fascinating. We all know Reb Shimon Bar Yochai. We'll all go to his caver. Goladar, Reb Shimon Bar Yochai wrote the Zohar. No, Allah was like Reb Yehuda. When he argues with Reb Shimon, Allah was like Reb Yehuda. So now we need to know, what did Reb Yehuda say? That's all we care about. We want to know what the halacha is like. So, Heiminayu Achriza. Which one was said last? The one that was said last, that's the one that the Tanaim decided, Rabbi Yehuda decided, I'm going with this way. So, the thing that this price that we just learned before, that it's Rabbi Yehuda that says we make a brand new collection, that's the last one. That's the halacha, we make a brand new. Why? Because it makes sense. We said yesterday, the Reb Shimon is concerned about the Yisayimim not paying up the Yisarin, their father, the Kohen Gadol who died, his mincha. We're concerned that people don't care. So how are you going to collect money from all of Klal Yisrael? They're not going to pay up. So no, it's not a good taina on Reb Shimon. When does Reb Shimon say that people don't pay up? When people are not connected to it. When Bezdin says you have to pay for your father's chavitim. Why? Because you know why? Because it was costing the Beis Hamikdash too much money. It's not my problem. It's your problem. Figure it out. Go collect somebody else. Why do I have a chayis? My father already gave his Yisar. Why do I have to pay my father's chayiv? Oh, but obviously every yid wants a kapara. A yid is a yid, and he ate chaylev by mistake. He wants to get the kapara. There's nothing going to prevent him from paying up. My Havala. At the end of the day, do we make a brand new collection, or do we take the money for the parallel davar from Trumas Halishka? As karbani lachmi liishai. It says 3 times about a carbon. Karbani lachmi liishai. What is this? This is the famous pasuk. Where do we say this? We should say it every morning. I try to say this every morning, at least if I don't say karbanas. At least this. Parashas Tamid. So there's a lot of karbanas here. The rabbis parallel davar shel tzibur sirav desar shabar min Trumas Halishka. Just like the Tamid comes out of this collection, comes out of the Trumas Halishka. The Reb Shimon. Reb Shimon is the one, the final one, who brings a pasuk that it goes. So mamish, it's going to stay like this. The Trumas Halishka is Reb Shimon, and a brand new collection is Reb Yehuda, and that's the end of the story. Brand new sugya. I forgot. Hakar Satoiv, to the many people that sent in Shalach Manas. First of all, I didn't even think that a lot of people, there's a whole list, I have it on my desk, of people in America, around the world, that pitched in to get us a beautiful meat board. Another meat, I got like 3 meat boards, but they were all good and they were all put to use. We had a whole yeshiva here, for my whole yeshiva, small yeshiva Zerach. They did the Purim thing the first night, so they had the meat board. We had the Suda here, meat boards. You shkor to them. I got a bunch of bottles of wine, bunch. Baruch Shafnes, from all people, the quiet guy, $1,000 bottle of Castel. Not dollar, a shekel, 1,000 shekel. The shekels. The kids and a lot of people gave me Castels, Yishkoyach for Castels, Yishkoyach for the wine. Beautiful Shachman's giant, Dave Sharper. Shachman's this big with napkins and Zachin, Yishkoyach Godel. Lotzarich, Mehmet Lotzarich. I have to get you this stuff, not you, me. V'chulu. So Yishkoyach to all the people, Yishkoyach to everybody. Bemis. It's too much. And then this bottle of wine. Why? Okay. I'm all stocked up. Rabbi said I don't need Castel for another year or 2. Rabbi said even next Purim, don't. Say the Gomer. Oh, Yishkoyach, you also gave me Castel. Yishkoyach. Wow. Gibraltar got me the beautiful benchers. Beautiful. The box alone, I'm not joking. The box is like $150 box that it came in. It's a whole thing with Velcro. You go like this and it opens up. I should bring it. It's in the back room over there if somebody wants to get it. Anyway, you getting it? The one right next to the it's all guest rooms over there. See, the first guest room. You don't have to worry going into somebody's room. Now, we said, I already pointed this out in the Mishnah, but okay, when a Kohen Gadol dies and we don't have a replacement, then we're talking about, I don't know if I said this in English, that I did or I didn't, I don't remember anymore. They're looking for a replacement. Maybe they found one already. Yimach Shemoinik, it's lahavdil, $1 billion of dollars. It's the opposite extreme. But they're looking for a replacement. So they convened to make a replacement. And poof, they got a Zetzen cup. Hopefully they killed a bunch of them during yeah, okay. But they said they have now, his son. But they don't want to announce it. They don't want to say he's official because they know that they'll kill him. So he's unofficially the official, okay. Yimach Shemon.
He's dead too.
Huh?
They killed him also.
No, that's a different son. They have another. Trust me.
He said, "Whoever's your replacement is dead." He said it. Whoever's going to be your replacement, he's dead. Just you should know that. It's a video. It's like they knock down cards with all the faces. Whoever's your replacement, boom.
Okay.
He's already dead.
So I'm
Wasn't there a skan Kohen Gadol? Why do they have to find a replacement? Doesn't the skan automatically become a Kohen Gadol?
Right here. And if they didn't find him, he's in America. I don't know. Are you sure it's only for Yom Kippur? I don't know. No, but he's right. There is a replacement. There's somebody. He's saying it's only for Yom Kippur. Okay. Let's go. Rabbi said, how much time is it? Wow. Okay, we got to move. You hear the Shiloh? And we know the answer. When we said that there's no Kohen Gadol now. So you bring the holy Sarin and you don't divide it in half. We said it's a pasuk, you don't divide it in half. You bring the entire Sarin. When? No.
You woke up the wrong person. We'll be back in an hour.
He's bringing out Shachmanis one after another. Okay, so do we do this twice, a full Isarin? And the answer is going to be yes. A full Isarin twice. One in the morning, one in the evening. Or perhaps you bring it once and you don't bring it in the afternoon. So we had this, you all remember this. There's, by the carbon Talmud, there are 13. Look how beautiful Yoshi did this.
Right, the one that says Gibraltar on it. You better show it.
But how do I open it? Wow. Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's from the Gibraltar cover. You have to go like this. Go like that. Okay, then you take this off, and it reveals this. So look, each one, it says Mishpachat Stefansky on it, and the back has MDY logo embossed. It's like embossed. So is that a new word that says?
Add a new glossary. There's the word embossed.
You better put an epic center. Yeah. And then a whole beautiful set of Zmiris thing.
Is that it?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing we sing a lot here in this mishpacha. Somebody.
It's very thin.
Oh, you're right. Rosh Hashanah and Kippur all in one. Let's say that. No. Zog the Gemara. Oh, thank you. So Rabbi Isai, the carbon Talmud, 13 Kohanim took care of the carbon Talmud. Take a look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. And we said that the cuts of the meat, you have to put it towards your body so you don't see, it doesn't look ugly, it looks beautiful, all thing. Carbon, Kayan number 8, what does he do? Kayan number 8, you can see over here, you zoom in on him, he's in charge of the chavitin, of the breads of the Kayan Gadol. Ooh, do me a favor, seriously. In the back room, I'm serious, back room, that's where I hid out. There's a shalchmanis on the table with breads. Bring it over here, I want to show the item. Because some people were smarter than others. I asked Mendy, who gave it to me in a second, he said. I asked other people, they didn't have right away. Moti Belsky chapped in a second. I was whatever. We were on a video thing. I said I showed it. He says chapped in a second. I'm going to show it to you. You guys, let's see how fast you are to say who gave me that shalchmanis. Anyway, so it says like this. Maybe we should learn a little bit. No?
Good idea.
Wow, we just lost a lot of people to that competition one. Nothing but the daf. It's going to be a short one. Okay, so you hear the raya. Kaya number 8, he brings the chavitin. And if it's true that you don't bring mincha chavitin, the Kohen Gadol doesn't bring, not the Kohen Gadol, the Kohen Gadol is dead. So we don't bring instead, we only bring it once a day. So when you bring the carbon Talmud at night, instead of having 13 kohanim, you're going to be missing number 8. He has nothing to do, number 8. What is he going to carry? There's no chavitin. The Meis Kohen Gadol, in a case that we don't have a Kohen Gadol, what's number 8 going to do? Amru Rabbanan. Thank you so much, Noam. Bamis, thank you. I don't want to be mishtamish with Talmud Chacham. Okay. Take a look at this. I just want to show you. The chavitin right over here. These are the chavitin. Maybe I'll pull it out. Here's the challah, here's the wine, here's the shemen, Here's the mustard, the melach. Who gave me the shalachmanis? Shimi Braun, okay. Anybody? It's obvious. Yoshi. He's an artist. He's an artist. I love this shalachmanis. He did the whole Masechta over here. Now I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to open it up. Because we're talking about Chavita now. Noam, could you open this up for me? Just to show you Chavita. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We're talking about Chavitin. This is Mamish Chavitin. Unbelievable. Ugh, I can't touch my Gemara now. Here, take this. You know, take this from me. Beautiful. Anybody want some? It smells good, actually. Okay. Thank you. Zog de Gemara. So we don't have 8. Now we're going to learn straight. So they said this over to Rabbi Yirmiyah. Listen to this. Omar, these people that live in Bavel are stupid. You know why they're so dumb? He's talking about other Amoraim. Because they live in a dark land. It's a land of darkness. And when you have Marash Chayra, and when you're depressed, you can't think well. On the flip side, we have Avir Der Yisrael Machkim. A Metzias, without, I don't want to get canceled or anything. Eretz Yisrael is considered one of the highest IQ countries in the world. Supposedly, if we just take IQ from the Yidden, we would be number 1, easy. But Hoyle, that we have our cousins, they brought us down a little bit. But the Eretz Yisrael, machkim. What's the question? He says, you're asking me what to do with the number 8. And what are you going to do with number 7 and number 9? Number 7 is the one that holds the flour. Number 9 is the one that holds the wine. And you don't use them every day. Every single day you have to have somebody holding flour and somebody holding wine. Menachos in this game, it says in the pasuk, 2 words, what do? We learn from it, balayla. That you could bring, if you don't have wine that day, you bring it the next day. No, but the kohanim weren't schlepping it. So sometimes the kohanim, you don't have number 9, sometimes you don't have number 8. You don't always have 13 kohanim. Eladi like Tani. We're not talking about certain situations. If the kohen gadol died, you're right, you're not going to have number 8. Like Tani. Sometimes if you bring the mincha the next day, the silas and the yayin the next day, you're going to have two less kohanim. And if the kohen gadol dies, you're going to have 1 less kohen. Hadru kamei the Rava. So you say this over to Rava. Omar, mibishusin amri kamayu, mitivusin le amri kamayu. And this is something I can relate to. Sometimes you have these status people or stam haters. What are they going to say about the shir? They're going to take the bad stuff from the shir. Yeah, look what he said. Look at him. No, and what about the tivusa? What about the good stuff? You can't. If you're going to say bad, say it. I get you. You have to start to say the good also. Isn't there sometimes there's some good also? Says Rava, you make us look bad. Or you can only say over the bad stuff. What about all the Torah, all the Geschmack stuff that we said? How come you don't say that? V'hodar Omar Rava, and then says Rava, you know what? No, I was just thinking this morning. I did learn this morning, and I was thinking that maybe sometimes you have it's hard to say something bad about somebody. So it's not even. That's why I didn't want to say it. But when you say something negative, or they say, okay, let's talk about this. When you give a ha'ara to somebody in your family, to your child, let's say this, but you have to say before you have to say tivusa. You have to give him the 10 shvachim before you say 1 not shvach maybe.
Usually you're really smart.
Oh, this. Yeah. Favos nicht. Sandwich. Rabbi said it's Reb Chaim Kanievsky's yahrzeit today. The Shalom should have an aliyah. Shema Yosef Chaim Ben Yaakov Yisrael. Mivushiz an Amir Kamayu. Mivushiz an Amir Kamayu. V'hodo Amar Rava. Hani nami tuvuzani. Usually you're very smart, but today you were dumb. I hear. Omar Kro. Says Rava, no, we were right. Why? Us in Bavel were right. Soilas mincha tamid. We saw the pasuk the other day. It says by chavitin, so is mincha tamid. Harei lecha keminchas tmidin. Treat the chavitin, treat the mincha of the kohen gadol like a carbon tamid. That what? It's Daf Yomi. It's every single day. It's morning and evening. We never stop. May have elo. Do we bring in Isarin in the morning and the evening twice, or just one Isarin in Shalom Yisrael when there's no Kohen Gadol? Oh no, it says Mefurish. Bring one full Isarin in the morning. Typically, we take Isarin, we divide it half in the morning, half in the evening. Well, you don't have a Kohen Gadol. It's a new thing that the Torah says: a full Isarin in the morning, full Isarin in the evening. Let me ask you a question. When we bring in Isarin and we divide it in half, we also divide the frankincense in half, the levina. Yeah. We take a kmitza and we do a half of the kmitza for the morning because it's half of Isarin and half of the kmitza in the evening. Yeah. When do we bring a full kmitza with one Isarin and then in the evening a full kmitza or no? Not kmitza of the levina. The levina, you go like this. How much levina do you take? A kmitza worth. So do we divide? Typically, we divide it in half because it's only half of Isarin. So we give half of a kmitza for the morning, half of the kmitza for the evening. But today, that we don't have a kohen gadol this particular day, so we're going to do a full Isarin of flour and a full Isarin of flour. Does the full Isarin of flour require a full kmitza, or still the kmitza we're going to go half? Abi Yosi ben the Stoy Rabban. We have a machlokes. Abi Yosi ben the Stoy Omer. Mafresh lo shnei kmatzim shel levina. Koyim shabbos koyim shel ben arbaim. Sorry, I messed up. Every single day, when the kohen brings his mincha, every day, says Rabbi Yosi ben the Stoy that you do a full kmitza here. I forgot. I don't know what I did with. Maybe it's in the base measures. In the base measures. Okay, much back in training. Akabanim says Rabbi Yezim Stoy, you need two amounts: a full amount for the morning, a full amount in the evening. Rabbanan say no, one amount, and you divide this in half. Half and half. If it goes to machlokes, says we never find a half a shear. The shear is a kmitza. Who told you to divide a kmitza in half? We never found a situation that one isarin of flour requires two kmitzas. It's one kmitza per every isarin. Now it happens to be that you divide the isarin in half, so you have to divide the kmitza in half.
Isarin's also a shear. You never found that half of that. It's the same thing. It's the difference.
The Torah says divided. The Torah doesn't say anything in particular. The Torah doesn't say specifically about the levina. You do what the Torah says, and the Gemara is going to even use that lashon soon. Says the Gemara, let us take it one more step further. Kohen Gadol shemeis. Now we're at that point. If the Kohen Gadol dies, and we don't have a replacement, so yes. Oh, I forgot to show you this. Okay, let's just do this real quickly. I showed it in the past. The idea of the I like this because I told you also to do the branch.
Next up we have, look at him, he can't even read it. Get on with it, you fool. What a genius I am. I should get a Michelin star for this meal.
How am I gonna get out of here now?
I'm so smart. Look how fast I'm cutting here. I've got great genetics. Must be good genetics.
We must make sure no one sits on the bench with the fresh paint and gets dirty. Oh, I'll wait here and make sure no one gets dirty.
You are the winner. You have won the title of Sage of Babylon!
Okay. What does that have to do with... So where are we? Oh, Well, we're not there yet. All sponsors is a different matter. Oh, no, I want to show you Rashi. Says Rashi. It's without Kobe's boxes. Sorry, this is just mine. The Rabbanon who live in Asay. Shiyavi says Rashi. Koimetz Shachris and Koimetz Be'er. According to Rabbanon, the shaila is: do you bring a double kimitz or not? The bishloim elabi yoisi loim boyle the loy huchbal. Shiyavi shnei kimatzim l'chol aktara. The loy mesinu shnei kimatzim aktara achas. Says Rashi beautifully. The question is only according to Rabbanon because it's impossible to have a question according to Rabbi Yosi, to Abba Yosi. Why? Because what are you going to say? That you should bring 2 kmitzas? What does he say? He says that every half you do a whole. Abba Yosi the story. Where's my thing? Here we go. This is Abba Yosi the story. Every day, 2 kmitzas. 1 for the morning, 1 for the evening. Now we have a situation, no kohen gadol. So you bring a fully sarin in the morning. So what are you supposed to bring? 2 of these now? For every sarin, you divide it in half. Half a sarin goes this way, plus a full amount of kmitza. Half a sarin this way, full amount of kmitza. Now that we put the sarin together, we're bringing makriv the holy sarin in one shot. So what? You're going to do 2 bags of the levana? Impossible. So the question is going to Rabban. Do we say, hey, look, we already established that you're going to bring a holy sarin in the morning and a holy sarin in the evening. So maybe you should double up the levina. So instead of having 1 scoopful of levina per day, you're going to have 2 because you also doubled up. That's what Rabbi is saying. You're doubling up the sarin. You're splitting the sarin. Let's mimic the levina with the sarin. Whatever the sarin requires, that's the levina. No. The Torah said, bring a fully sarin in the morning, fully sarin in the evening. But the Torah never said how much levina. Let's stick with the levina, the original levina. The Torah didn't say double up the levina. B'shemen. And what about oil? Do you double up oil? We have a question according to everybody now. It says that there's 5 times that you do kmitza. Now, why doesn't it bring anything about a special kmitza that's done for the kohen gadol? If it's normal, regular kmitza, great. But if it's not normal, it should be in this Mishnah. V'misa zimnin mishkachas lo shiva. Sometimes when the kohen gadol dies, we bring a full kmitza of levina in the morning, a full kmitza of levina in the evening, and that's considered 2. Because anytime you divide it, it's brought in the Mishnah also. Even if it's in one day, it's considered 2. Says the Gemara, "Dei like Tani." Just one case that if the kohen gadol dies, and you have to bring you do have to bring 2 levinas then, but it's not a shiloh why it's not in the Mishnah. It doesn't belong there. What regular normal cases? Correct.
Talking about only flour, nothing about the kohen gadol. The flour, the cellulose.
No. No. It's there. Levina is there. Yeah. In fact, it talks about the bezichin on the shulchan, and the bezichin on the shulchan is considered 2. We count it as 2 separate kmitzas. Sponsors, turning the daf. Thank you. Our global happy clients all year, not just this month. L'shadach.com. Please read a shidduch today. Yes, Rav Papa, become a little shmaito. Says Rav Papa. Rav Yosef bar Shmayo. Rav Papa says. So Rav Yosef says back to Rav Papa. One of the things over there in the Mishnah is that what if somebody brings a kmitza outside of Beis Hamikdash? Now that's not a normal thing. It's very unusual. Okay, good kasha. How much levina do we need when the kohen gadol dies? Omer Rav Nachman Yitzchak Tashma. Let me prove it to you. Kohen gadol shemeis. Here, our case, kohen gadol dies. We don't have a replacement. You give a fully sarin in the morning, fully sarin in the evening. Over here it says mufurish. This answers our question, but we don't know who goes according to. You give 2 kmitzas. Kohen ben shachris, kohen ben arbaim. Now it would be very easy to say that this goes according to Rabbanan. Let's see. Actually, Yossi ben I forgot his name. Only 3 lug of oil, which means that we don't change the oil amount. It says 2 kmitzas of levina, but only 3 lug of oil. Lugum echsa shachris, lugum echsa ben arbaim. We divide it in half. Mani ilim rabbanon. It's a big problem. According to Rabbanon, you're doubling up the levina. You do double the amount, because according to Rabbanon, there's only one bag of levina every single day for the kohen gadol. Every day, only one bag. Now that he's dead, we do 2 bags. That's doubling up the levina. The problem is, if you're doubling up the levina, how come you don't double up the oil? How come it remains at 3 lug? It should be 6 lug of oil. So something's wrong here. It can't be Rabbanon. But if we say, Elo, Abba Yosef ben Nustai, this is perfect. According to Abba Yosef ben Nustai, how many bags of levina do we use every day? On a regular, normal day for every kohen gadol, 2 bags. 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. And that's what it says over here. You're not doubling anything. It says you bring 2 bags of levina. That's perfect. I call it bags. It's kmitzas of levina, yeah? Yo, every day of the year, when he's alive and well, you always bring 2 kmatzim, 2 bags. So we're not doubling up a levina over here in this brisa that says you bring two bags of levina. It's not double. And also we go with 3 log. That's not double. Everything's normal. So what do we see from here? Oh, with the shem and la'av yoyis ben stoy lo yuchbal. So Mela, since nothing's doubled up. So according to Rabbanan also, when the kohen gadol is not alive anymore, we don't double up anything. In other words, according to everyone, nothing's ever doubled. The only thing that's doubled when a kohen gadol dies is the flour. But we don't double up, not the levina and not the oil. And with this, we're going to be saying the perek, that every morning and every evening we bring a full amount of levina. So it'll be 2 bags of levina, let's call it. That's the halacha. As the Gemara, did he say this? That looks like a regular, like a Mishnah, anonymous Mishnah. And it doesn't talk about anything about 2 types of kmitzas for a minchas chavidim of a kohen gadol. So the Gemara, right? There's a machlokes. There's a machlokes whether or not Rabbi Yochanan passing like Abba Yossi ben the Stoi. Hadron alachat cheles. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful Shushan Purim. Psuras toivas.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.